Okay, the first question asked by, okay, I suppose I lost my default VPC. How do I recover? I'm extremely sorry to say that once you lose the default VPC, that AWS will not give you, what is it, they will not configure another VPC. That is something you have to contact with AWS customer care support. So that is why this, because default VPC is very sensitive one, and once you delete it from that, and you cannot able to recover it, you have to contact with the AWS customer care. Second, suppose I want to create new VPC, it have global access or private access. See, actually, you want to once you create a default private VPC, you can able to give him global access by asking Elastic IP from AWS. And Elastic IP is the one which gives what is a static share public IP for the particular instance that you're launching in particular what is a private subnet. See, actually, suppose you're creating new VPC, it has global access, means yes, because you can able to make your private VPC global access, or we can make private access. So both options are available. And next is the need to take AMI for my EC2 instance, but I won't start based on the application. See here, suppose you need to take AMI for my EC2 instances. See, AMI is a console that is called virtualization console. That is called a template that we have for EC2 instances. Because see, if you go to AMI, we have a lot of things, that stuff is happening here. The first is stuff is happening here that you can have, because you have asked that need to take AMI for my EC2, okay? But I won't be stopped based on the application. Now I'm taking AMI during server running, state of data loss happens. See, actually AMI is a console that you can able to launch a virtualization operating system. See here, AMI will not take control of stopping the instance or starting the instance or terminating instance or rebooting the instance. This is something taken by Amazon EC2. Then how come the data loss will happen? Data loss will happen only in Amazon EC2 management consoles. And this AMI is a template where you can launch all the different operating systems, or you can go for AWS Marketplace where you can purchase or this different applications, third-party applications for EC2 instances, and you can able to connect with our operating systems. So that's why. So next question that I've got. Because we got some technical issues, guys. So right now it is okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So next question is AWS using virtualization running? Yes, absolutely. AWS using virtualization. As I told in my earlier talk, AWS supports Zen virtualization, and the Zen virtualization is a native virtualization for AWS. Because Zen virtualization is the one default virtualization for. But as I told, AWS supports we have different types of hypervisors available in the market, but AWS selected the Zen virtualization. That's why when I go to here, you can see the services is showing. When go to AMI, it's showing the virtualization supports by this whole template support Zen virtualization. So without virtualization, you cannot able to launch OS inside the cloud. So they support Zen virtualization for running the infrastructure. Next question is AWS using virtualization? Yes. So same question as next question. Can we launch some same instance in multiple availability zone? See here, as I already told in my talk, for EC2 instances there is only one availability. But the question you ask, can we launch same instances multiple availability zone? Obviously, see, you can able to, suppose I am launching Windows instance in one availability zone, the same Windows operating system you can install in same availability zone. So same availability zone, selecting a different available selection, that is based on your requirement and your criteria. Suppose just remember, I have this Red Hat, and suppose I'm going to launch in US East 1D. Okay, let me have tags. So I have launched this instance in this one US East 1D. So let me launch another one. So this is another links. So I'm going to launch in same East 1D. So I can able to launch it. So here you can see I have launched two instances in same availability zone. So EC2 Linux 2 and EC2 Linux EC2 instance. So it is possible, but remember it is not possible to to say multiple availability zones supported for instances. That's something not available here. And next one is when I deployed my application at one location at North Virginia, my data lost its same data center. If just when some issue not data, see actually as I told, data loss is all about you have to take care. Okay, data loss will not be taken care by AWS. See AWS. That's why as I keep on telling, AWS has something called share responsibility model. And you see as when you deployed your application at one location, North Virginia, and your data stored same data center. Okay, if you ask me, is my data stored same data center? What location, which region you are selected? Inside that region only data going to be stored. When some issues, see by default, when some issues with that region means yes, you're absolutely right. We have CDN enabled for all types of regions, right? CDN. So if some issues comes in particular region, then AWS will take responsibility to move your data to another region. That is why I stated you when you see this share responsibility model. So what are the things AWS is responsible for? Security of the cloud. So compute, storage, database, networking, regions, and availability zones. So they are responsible for regions and availability zones. So obviously, if you got any problem with those regions, AWS will take responsibility for to move your data. If no problems in regions means you have to take responsibility for moving data from one region to next, as I stated earlier. Next question, AWS using which virtualization? As this is an virtualization, yes. Okay, now question is, what is the downtime if I do scaling for EC2 instance 1 GB to 16 GB? See, actually, if you're changing, there's downtime is only based on your speed of the internet connection. But suppose you are stopping the instance and you are going to change your instance type. Don't take that is a downtime. Take that is a maintenance down. That's a maintenance thing because you are going to do maintenance. For that, you are see downtime is something that my instance stop working. Okay, instance stops working, and how much time takes AWS to make that instance comes online. That comes under downtime. But I'm changing an instance means that's not a downtime. That's something required that is requirement for my side. I need to do that. So I cannot take that as a downtime. Next thing is we need to take snapshot of AML EC2, then I need to stop EC2. See, you can take snapshot while OS is running. No need to stop the instance and you need to take this. Okay, say you need to take the snapshot. So you can click on this one and you can go for networking. So images, you can create images and no need to stop the instance and need to take it because stopping the instance happens rarely. So suppose you're going to change instance type. Suppose you're going to for maintenance purpose you're going to stop, or your key pair is changed. In that situation you're going to stop the instance and you're going to do that. For creating a snapshot, so no need to stop the instance. Keep while running it, you can able to take. The question is, okay, this is as I told, the downtime, I can say downtime is the one which is for maintenance, which is if the instance is got lost. Okay, see, I'm downtime nothing but my instance is still running. I'm not able to access. That is a downtime. If I'm putting the instance into shutdown mode or stopping mode, that's not good downtime. That's something switch off. Okay, when it comes to see one more thing I'm going to tell, downtime nothing but when network is working properly, I am getting problem to accessing that. That is called downtime. So this is between network. And question is, so how about backup and recovery options? Yeah, backup and recovery options we have available for high applications. See, what are the things you're getting inside? You're launching the operating system. It will be stored inside that. In case of databases like Amazon RDS, DynamoDB, and Redshift, Amazon Web Services will give the databases backup for 36 days. After 36 days, between the 36 days, you can able to AWS will take the backup, and within 36 days you can able to recover. So backup, because AWS, Amazon Web Services know what are the services need backups, what are the services not. So those backups you can take you can manage by yourself. Those things cannot be handled by AWS. So that is why backup and restore. When I'm talking about databases, I will be explaining more about that. Next question is, you created 3 EC2 instances like A, B, and C. I need to configure to communicate with. Yeah, it is possible because see, we have a private IP that is configured here, and you can communicate with the private IP via enabling the security groups called ICMP. So suppose let me create a new security groups. Suppose I'm going for instances, and just each instances has got a private IP, right, and public IP. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the public IP from that, and then I have only private IP. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with that instance. So I'm going to here go to security settings. I'm going to change security settings, and okay, so let me have this one and assign security groups. And when I click on this one, so which instance this is EC2 Linux, and go here, and I can able to click on this one, edit outbound rules. So I'm going to add rule. I'm going to add ICMP, internet control messaging protocol, and then I'm going to add anywhere and 065,000. I'm going to save. After saving that, and I can able to connect two instance. I can able to ping two instance private IP each other without intervention of the public IP. So that is possible for me to do that. And that is also possible for me to do via VPC peering. We have a concept of go to services. We have Amazon VPC, and where we have something called VPC peering. Because my friend have AWS accounts and I have AWS accounts, we both can communicate each other, and we can do peer connections. And I can able to connect my account with the different availability zone instance or a different account. So this is how this is possible in this VPC to connect. And also, I will ask a communication BNC not interactive vice versa. Method is available. This method is available because pinging two private IP address. In just like we have private data center, it is possible to ping two private IP address. Same as that, you can be able to ping two private IP address in instances. Okay, next question, you can see that's you have given one link to me to have it. What link that is? So let me show. Let me paste it here. This is a general information that you have sent me. That is nice because yeah, this is virtualization behind EC2. Absolutely good, good block to have it, guys. You can use it. Okay, next question is, what's the difference between Zen virtualization and KVM? See, Zen virtualization is based on Citrix and KVM is based on Linux. Actually, Zen virtualization is open standard. I can say KVM is open standard. See, virtualization point of view, one of the most, one of the most high-level virtualization vendor we have in market is VMware. VMware is the one of the most high-level virtualization vendor available. Leaving him, most of the, there is a first virtualization platform comes as a VMware. After that, Microsoft has implemented their own virtualization application called Hyper-V. After that, Linux operating system has created their own virtualization called KVM. So Zen virtualization is an open standard virtualization. And Zen virtualization is the one which have more customization options compared to KVM and other virtualization platform. So AWS selected Zen virtualization because it has support of Chef and Puppet, because they support the Chef and Puppet tools, and also they support the bootstrapping. That is why. And when it comes to KVM is a normal virtualization as we have in Hyper-V. And the difference between this one, runs in Linux, and this comes under Citrix. This also runs in variety of platforms. So platform support we have in more. And here the platform support also we have, but it is sophisticated. But this is so flexible Zen, and KVM is less flexible. So that's why AWS has given support of Zen. Next is, can I use ELB to configure to EC2? Yes, it is possible. It is in different availability zones. Yeah, it is. See, ELB you can able to access it because an elastic load balancer. And if you want to do elastic load balancer in different availability zones, so that's good question you have asked me. See, so this, because we have two types of load balancers, and suppose I am giving AWS and creating a security groups, health checks, and here you can see asking you to select the instance, right? So this is running in different availability zones. See, so it is possible for you to select an instance in load balancers that are running different availability zone. So that is why it is possible for us to do that. And next question is here, can I use ELB to configure two EC2 instances? Okay, right. Yes. And what about antivirus protection for instances? See, AWS does not need any antivirus protection for those instances because it is already secure. And that's why AWS is giving you option of security groups, right? To avoid DDoS attacks and to avoid mid-man in middle attacks, and is to avoid all types of different types of attacks. We have penetration tools and we have injection tools. So AWS gives security groups and access control is to protect the instances from unwanted things. That's why, as I told, when you configure security group, it will give only the specific traffic to come inside, not other more traffic. So we have two types, stateful firewall and stateless firewall. That's a default protection for the instances. And yeah, so next question, if I lost the private key, chances of recover? Yeah, we have a chances of recover the instances. If you lost the private key, that is possible only you have to deattach the storage and attach secondary storage, and that is possible when you connect with Linux, a physical machine Linux. That is possible. And can we auto-scaling from snapshots? When we take the snapshots, okay, you can recover the snapshot as a production storages, and it's because snapshot is nothing but you're going to take snapshot and forward to another region and location. So auto scaling is applied on the basis of the different things. See, when I go to auto scaling, right, I'm going to auto scaling here. We are getting this auto scaling, and you can apply this auto scaling based on the instances. Okay, so so if you have chance of auto scaling, do it for snapshot. AWS will give a separate option for you. So snapshots is taken after configuration. It's not before configuration. Auto scaling is done after configuration, not before. So that is why this thing. So snapshots will be applied after, not before. Next we have changed the key permission by default is 400. If I give 700 and it works. See for 700, this is 400 is a default permission for Linux. Okay, so Linux machine, we need to give that. Just remember, just understand Linux permissions per system. Blindly we cannot give 700 and it works. So the 400 means what? So we have 1, 2, and 3. There is a numerical table for Linux to give the permission. Based on the table only, the AWS says give change mode command to give the permission. Apart from that, you cannot able to give any of the permissions. And okay, right. So see, configurations of auto scaling, as I done, you can select any operating system from the list. Suppose I'm going to services. Okay, so right, suppose I'm going to go for launch configuration. And when I go to launch configuration, the auto scaling group, then click launch, and you're asking which operating system I need. So Amazon Linux. So you can have this. Can see the purchasing option, edit access manager as I created here, and you can do so. You can see you have to launch the operating system inside auto scaling, and then you have to do auto scaling. See, many people are asking me that without auto scaling, how to recover the instance from the problem. There is one more thing called alarms. You can set alarm for each instance and you can recover from those things. Suppose I'm given setting alarm for the particular instance for CPU utilization more than 40%. So after 40% of CPU utilization is consumed, then what action has to be taken by that? So recover instance, stop instance, you can set alarm and Amazon SNS. That is called simple notification services will send you a mail of what happening to that instance. So you can create alarm instead of going on those types of options. And alarm will help you to solve the instance problem instantly. But auto scaling will also just like increase and decrease those processes based on those processes. I will be telling on auto scaling more on that. So next question, can I create another instance using snapshot? Yeah, obviously you can able to create it. So you can take snapshot, forward the snapshot, and make snapshot as a live volume, and you can attach with another instance. Next is I need to create an AMI for my own EC2. Yeah, you can create your own AMI via AWS Snowball. So there is a AWS Snowball is available. You can do import export, and you can. So there is one more method when you go to EC2, create your own AMI means You can select any operating system from the list. Then go here and create an image. Okay. So once you create an image, So it is created an image. When go to AMI, you can see that image will be placed shortly. When I go to snapshot, so it will be created shortly. And once you go to your EC2, and here when come to EC launch instances, so go to my AMI. So here it will be placed. Let me show it again. Let me try it again. So let me create an image. Yeah, so already there. So let me give one, because suddenly it will not come into action. It will take some time to generate the AMI. Yeah, so you can see the two images are there. Okay, so now you go to EC2 dashboard and launch instance. You can see these two images are created. So you can able to create your own AMI images. Okay, yes, so okay. Okay, next, what is the purpose of NACL and NAT Gateway? NAT Gateway is nothing but this is just like NAT we have in our private data center, converting public IP to private. And NAT ACL, nothing, see, NAT ACL, nothing but it's a security rule for inbound, outbound rules. And NAT Gateway used to translate public IP to private, just like we have network address translator in our private data center. So network ACL is to check the inbound, outbound rules very strictly. Because NAT ACL, this is called network ACL is more secure than security groups. And NAT gateway is nothing but converting public IP to private and private IP to public. Do you think that when I'm going for EC2, when I go to EC2 here and I'm launching the instance by getting my public IP, who is doing NAT between private and public IP? Do you think is done by NAT gateway? And why the NAT gateway? Each instance is getting the converted to private IP to public and public IP to private in private data center. That's something we have to do by ourselves. But Amazon VPC NAT gateway will do everything by himself, and your instance is now ready to launch globally. So that's the purpose of NAT gateway. So the next question is, I got degraded, how to take AMI by one. What do you mean by that degraded? So this is actually, I'm not understanding your question completely. What do you mean by degraded? Degraded means in which condition you're telling degraded. So based on that, I can able to answer that. Next is, what technology AWS used to provide the services? What is a technology? This is a cloud computing, and this cloud this is runs on PaaS, SaaS, and as I told, platform as a service, software as a service, and infrastructure based on this AWS service is running. I located Amazon AMI and root hardware 20 GB hard disk. Okay, so now I'm increasing to 50 GB. What can I do? See, actually, what I'm telling to you that you can increase your storage or decrease your storage inside AWS itself, right? So what you have to do, see, suppose I have EC2 instance, go to volumes, okay? Suppose I'm running 10 GB. Suppose you want to increase means go to modify volume and increase it here. Suppose I'm giving 100 GB. So because AWS supports EBS volumes, elastic block storages. Each elastic block storages contains 1 GB to 16 terabyte. No. See, during this process, we don't have any data loss. Okay, you are not going to stop the instance or deattach the storage. You are going to modify it. Modify is done by runtime, and there is no data loss by doing this one. Next is, we can continue ELB on one EC2 and Linux. See, actually, you're talking about GNX web server. GNX web server is something that Linux installed. Yes, we can configure ELB, EC2 and Linux here, because ELB can be configured with AWS inside two instances or different one. It is possible for me to do that. Using a snapshot may increase the size. Yes, absolutely. Using a snapshot, it increases the size. Yes. And how can use load balance into two RDS? Actually, load balances is applied only on EC2 instances. But load balances, you're going to apply an RDS instance. There is no any instance called RDS. RDS is a database services for what we have in AWS, and they give more infrastructure for the database to run smoothly and securely. That's all. And there is no instance called RDS. So you can do load balances with the two RDS, because since RDS is a RDS database is a separate concept. It don't mingle this with instances. Okay, so a few more questions I will take here. So you can increase EBS using Snapshot. I cannot understand this question. You can increase what? You're asking you can increase the size of, yes, as I told, using a snapshot, it is increase the size. Don't worry about sizes, because AWS have huge amount of sizes. You can take more snapshot. Can we create our own custom OS? Yes, already answered. How to add more storage instances, how to expand existing, that I shown you already. How to do that, modify go to volumes and modify it and access existing storages. Sir, my AMI image created paid commercially changed to US. So my AMI image create or paid commercially starts to us. Obviously that you told that AMI image creator paid commercially charged to us. Obviously, see AMI image. Who said that this all the things available for free? Nothing is available for free until what are the things written as a free tier. So AMI image is the one they have written clearly that what are things is free, what is not. Okay, so based on that, you need to careful what type of account you have. You have the paid account or a free tier account. Suppose I'm going to check my billing details. Go to my billing dashboard. You can able to see. You can check your billing dashboard how much you consume for this month, and you can check about this one. This is a billing dashboard. The AWS gives you complete details of that. So check what are the things free. Based on that, you can based on that they're going to based on that they're going to be charged. Okay, so this difference between AMI and snapshot, as I told, AMI via AMI you can see snapshot two times, with AMI or without AMI. So we can create snapshot, you can send to another regions. What about server patching? Server patching, no need to worry about it. So whenever you're launching the instance inside AWS itself maintains the server patching for you, and no need to worry about that. You need to, like in private data center, you're in AWS US server and running the patches. No need to worry. Everything they will license, patching, everything they will maintain when you're launching the instance. Okay, I hope I will be answering your more questions. This question is too high, too big by him, so let him answer. This is the final question I'm taking to today's session, and I will be answering more questions tomorrow when I'm connecting back. Okay, the question is, I created Amazon AMI with root hard. This is already answered. Okay. Actually, I think I have answered this one. So he asked me that root hard 20 GB not increase the hard disk. See, he's asking about AMI Linux, so he's not asking about any backups. He's asking how to increase the hard disk size. Suppose the root hard disk is 20 GB. Now you want to increase the hard disk size to 50 GB. What can I do? So this is increasing the hard disk install. So OS patches, yes, because OS patching customer take care, not AWS. See, actually OS patching and all in cloud computing is the taken care by AWS. So customer take care, this is not some, because I'm paying to AWS. So I'm paying to AWS means they have to take care of those patching and all, not me, but by default, not me. Okay, sir, can I create another instance using Snapshot? Yes, you can able to create it. I think today this question more than enough. What's trainer take tomorrow more? Okay, thank you so much, and we connect back tomorrow, same time for day number 2, AWS marathon. Thank you guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Thanks. Take care. Bye. Goodbye.
Thank you.